At the sternum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then at the place where the ribcage starts to turn, just below that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Go along the ribcage at the bottom of the front side, just below that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Under your eyelids, gently tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. On the sides of the forehead with 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. On either side of your Bhrumadhya, using all the 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Massaging, press on both sides, take it over the head from the central parting, come down on both sides of the spinal cord, take it down as much as you can take it comfortably. 2 more rounds from either side of the spinal cord, press nicely, take it on either side of your central parting of the air, come down on both sides of the spinal cord, take it down. 3rd round, pressing nicely from both sides of the central parting of the air, on either side of the spinal cord, go down as much as your hand can reach. Now cross tapping. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20. And relax. Now keep your hands crossed. Breathing in, take the hands up above the head. Hold your breath. Push the arms as much behind as they can go. And when you want to release the breath, releasing the breath, bring the hands down completely. 2 more rounds, breathing in, take the hands up over the head. Breathe, hold your breath and push the hands as much behind as they can go. Breathing out, bring the hands down once again. Last round, breathing in, hold the hands up. Breathing out, bring the hands back to rest. Now rotating the hands. So first start with the right hand, clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anti-clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Now the left hand clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anti-clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll do spinal stretch. So keep the hands on the side, about 1 feet distance between your feet. Breathing in, bring both the hands up, join them into Namaskar position. And then stretch the hands as much up as you can. If you can, then come on your toes and stretch even more. Then very slowly breathing out, first bring the foot back and then very slowly bring the hands back from the side. Last second round, breathing in, bring both the hands up, join them in Namaskar position. Stretch the hands as much as you can. If possible, come on your toes. Then breathing out, bring the foot back and then bring the hands from the side. Last round, breathing in, stretch up, breathing out, come back and relax. Now sit down in a meditative position. Be in yogic breathing till we start the class.
ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್
Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make your sankalpa, I am chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies and viruses. I am creating 3 layers of protection. On my outermost layer, I have 6 friendly creatures, an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on my right side, a lion on my left side, an eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I am lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall of protection to go up around me. Third layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of the mantra Om that I am chanting. Take a deep breath, take your awareness to Muladhara Chakra, 4 petal lotus, red color. Take a deep breath in for a mantra. Shift your awareness to Swadhisthana Chakra. At the spinal terminus, coccyx bone, 6 petal lotus, orange color. Increase your pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shift your awareness to Manipura Chakra, behind your navel, 10 petal lotus, yellow color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shift your awareness to Anahata Chakra, behind your heart center, 12 petal lotus, green color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shift your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra, behind your throat pit, 16 petal lotus, blue color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shift your awareness to Agnya Chakra, behind your eyebrow center, 2 petal lotus, indigo color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shift your awareness to Sahasrara Chakra, 1000 petal lotus, white color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahai, Tejasvinamazitamastu, Ma Vidishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Pay attention to how you are holding the mudra. If there are any tensions, release them. If you are holding it too tight, loosen it up. Relax your shoulder, neck, head. Make your sankalpa. I am chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health, and I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping my body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. Om Trayambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Slowly disengage your hands, keep them on your knees. Keep the body steady. Say to yourself, I'm going to maintain absolute immobility for the next 3-4 minutes. Then pay attention to how you're sitting on the floor, which parts of your body are touching the ground. How are they pressing against the ground? Bring your attention a little up to the torso. Try and experience how exactly the torso is rising up from the pelvic region. Can you visualize how the pelvic region and the lower extremities are connected? What kind of muscles are going down from the pelvic into the thighs? Can you experience your own hip joint? It's called a ball and socket joint. It allows you 360 degrees rotation. Can you feel it? Can you feel your sacrum? Can you feel your spinal cord rising up? Can you trace the trajectory of your spinal cord from the sacrum up to the level at which it gets connected to the brain stem? Can you visualize the shape of your spinal cord? Where does it curve? How does it curve? Can you feel your rib cage? When you breathe in and breathe out, can you feel the rib cage expanding on all sides? As you breathe out, can you feel it collapsing from all sides? Can you go deep inside your body, visualize how the diaphragm is moving when you breathe in and out? When you're moving in, the diaphragm goes down toward the pelvic floor. And when you breathe out, it comes up, pushing the lung. Can you now feel your heartbeat? Now bring your attention to your breathing. When you're breathing in, be aware that you're breathing in. When you're breathing out, be aware that you're breathing out. Continue this and observe for yourself how many times your mind wanders away, trying to trick you into something else. Bring it back and focus it. And count by the time I say release, how many times your mind wandered. Watch it. Now slowly give up this awareness. Rub your hands slightly and then keep them on your eyes. We'll get ready for the practices for today. So there are basically two asanas in this lesson. Both the asanas are related in the sense that the benefits from both are more or less similar. It gives a backward bend to the spine and therefore it's a good counter move for forward bending asanas like your Shashankasana, Paschimottanasana, etc. And then in terms of meditation, we are going to introduce the first level of Ajapa Japa. Japa is a meditation with a mantra. When you pay attention to the chanting, then it becomes japa. When it becomes spontaneous and continuous within yourself, without an effort, it just goes on a continuous basis, then it becomes japa japa. It's said that people who can reach that level of 24/7 at the background, the mantra is constantly chanting, irrespective of the action that you're doing. You can open up the higher dimensions of your consciousness. You can start getting connected to the higher dimensions of consciousness, expand your own awareness and your own understanding of things deepen very sharply. But it takes considerable effort to keep the mantra going at the background. People like my guru's guru, etc., you will find that they have a small bag, they have a small mala inside. They'll be talking to you, but then you will find that their finger is constantly moving and means that at the background they are chanting the mantra. So some people use that as a regular thing. They keep it all the time with them and they're constantly moving the mala and chanting totally. It's said that you breathe approximately 15 times in a minute. So with every breath in, every breath out, if you're going to do that, 15 full rounds of chanting you will do in 1 hour about 900, in 24 hours about 21,600 times. But then Swamiji says that if you start continuously practicing it, automatically by default your breathing becomes slower and deeper. That means you're breathing in and you're breathing out, both becomes extensive. And he says at advanced level, your breathing can come down from 15 to as low as 3 breaths. That is one breathing in and one breathing out. A complete cycle, only 3 breaths in a minute, which means about 20 seconds for one cycle of breathing in and breathing out. So we will be practicing Ajapa Japa in Ujjayi coupled with Kechari Mudra. And the mantra that generally is used for practices of Ajapa Japa is Soham. So Swamiji says that if you only practice Ujjayi, where you actually make a hissing sound when you're breathing in and out, and pay full attention to your own breathing. When you're breathing in, you can actually hear the sound so, and when you're breathing out, you can experience the sound hum. So the sound so hum is naturally built into your breathing, and that's why so hum is generally used as the mantra for meditative practice. But Swamiji says you can use any other mantra. If your guru has given you a mantra, you can chant it. And you can try and fix ratios. Like he says, you can use the Gayatri mantra. So first 2 lines of Gayatri mantra, breathing in, next 2 lines of Gayatri mantra, breathing out, or one full Gayatri mantra, breathing in, one full Gayatri mantra, breathing out. So you can choose whatever you want in terms of the mantra that you will use, but then continuously you must try and practice with that. And try and stick with one mantra. It's not something that you will experiment every day with a new mantra. It doesn't work. So choose something and then stay with it for your practices and make it a regular habit to practice. Then you will start seeing benefits flowing into your own self. So that's what is all about Japa Japa. And Swamiji has also pointed out that Japa Japa is an absolute prerequisite for Kriya Yoga. Since Kriya Yoga will be starting in what we call book 3, that is lesson 25, I think. So Ajapa Japa now becomes a preparatory for your Kriya Yoga practices that we will be starting from the 25th lesson. And there are different stages of Ajapa Japa. So what we are going to start today is the first level. So after we finish the 2 asanas, and we do a counter balancing asana for that, and then we finish Japa Japa. If you have enough time, we'll practice a couple of other asanas or Surya Namaskar or something like that. So the first of the asanas is Matsyendra Asana. So, or Matsya Asana, sorry. So you have to sit in Padmasana first. So we'll start with the easy practice first, without Padmasana. So for this, you can actually lie on your back. First watch, you will use the pressure from your elbow. When you press the elbows on, you can lift your head up, bend the head backwards, and keep the top of the head on the ground. This is the Saral version of Matsyasana. So try and practice this first, then we will do the next level, and then we'll come to the final level. So try and practice this first. Use the elbow to press on the ground, lift your head up, try to keep the top of the head on the ground, and try to look at the floor behind you. And when you want to release, Very slowly release. 2 more rounds. Feel the complete stretch at the front side of the neck. Experience the contraction of the back side of the neck. And then when you're releasing, you are resetting those muscles on the front and the back of your neck. Last round with full awareness, breathing in when you're lifting your head up. Hold your breath. Then breathe out when you're releasing with full awareness on your neck muscles. Then relax. Now the next step will be to come into Ardha Padmasana. So you can fold your left leg in Padmasana. The right leg is straight. You keep both the hands by the side of your body. And then you slowly start bending backwards and allow your elbow to come onto the ground. And then you bend the head backwards. Try to keep the top of the head on the ground. When you want to lift your head up, press your elbows down, lift the head up, then allow it to come back to the ground, and then stretch your Ardha Padmasana out, and then slowly turn to one side and sit up if you want to sit up, otherwise continue to lie down. When you are ready, you will fold the left leg in Ardha Padmasana. You will use your elbows to lift your head up. Breathing out, you will lift the head back and then slowly bring it back to rest on the ground. Last round, press the elbows down, lift your head up. Then release. And then you can watch the proper Matsyasana. It is called Matsyasana. You will wonder why it is called a fish pose. So Swamiji explained that if you look at it, when you fold the legs in Padmasana and do this practice, your lower extremities look like the fins of a fish. But he says there is another important reason why this is called a Matsyasana. He says, in this pose, you can float in water for an extended period of time. But of course, I've tried this in the swimming pool. You can't even get into the pose. You fall into the water. So then one of you can try and tell me if you succeed. Wonderful. But when you experiment, be ready to drink a little bit of water because you'll sink into the water. So try that. So we have to start this only if you can sit in Padmasana, you will be practicing this. Otherwise, you will practice the earlier versions. Now you'll sit in Padmasana. You'll keep both the palms down on the ground. And then you will come down. The elbows press. Then you will take the head back. After you have kept it, you must try and take your index and thumb to catch hold of your toes, press nicely, take the head back again. And then in this position, stay as long as you can, breathing normally. And then when you want to come up, press your elbows, lift your head up, and then slowly release your Padmasana. Then you can come back. Now, I generally practice this without sitting. I just lie down, I fold my legs, then I catch hold of my toes, and then I use my elbows to lift and then come in. So you can experiment with either of them. whatever you feel convenient, you can get into. If you can't come into Padmasana, then come into Sukhasana and try the practice in Sukhasana. I have got a couple of participants who do that in Sukhasana. This practice is not advised if you have hernia, high blood pressure, and slip disc. Practice 3 rounds and then come back. Once you've completed 3 rounds, you can sit up.
Sir, do you have to sit up after every round, or should we?
If you follow the rules of the asana completely, yes, because it says start from the sitting position and going down. But as I told you, I don't do it. So when I teach, I have to also give the book rules as it is. But I always do it this way. I lie down and then I come into Padmasana. I catch hold of my toes, press the hand, elbows down, lift the head up, and then I bring the knees down. Then I release, and then lie in this position, and then I repeat 3-4 times. Then I release my legs and come. So you can choose. You must know that the book says you must start from the sitting position, but you can adopt your own variation.
So in the book, you have to come up every time, is it?
Because the starting position is from that position, sitting down.
And you breathe in as you come up.
Yeah, you breathe in as you come up. You breathe out as you go down. Now, when you're ready for the next practice, it's called Supta Vajrasana. Effectively, both practices gives you the same benefit. For this, you will come into Vajrasana. So your buttocks is basically resting on your heels. And in this position again, you will actually come in, keeping the hands by the side, coming down on your elbows, and then bringing the head down. Then you lift your head up, rest your head back, and then using your elbows, you can come up. Two more rounds. Now, both these practices have one more advanced variation. I'll first show Matsyasana advanced variation and then I'll show you Supta Vajrasana. So you're in Padmasana, you go down. After you keep your head down, you will take your hands behind you, interlace, and your elbows tend to be up. Ultimately, you must try and get your elbows to touch the ground. And then you will release the hands, lift the head back, release your pose, and then turn to one side and come up. And I'll show you the advanced version for Supta Vajrasana, then you can practice either of them. So you will come in this position, you will go into a Supta Vajrasana, and then you will interlace the hands behind you. Then you will release, press your elbows, and slowly come up. So out of the two, whichever ones you want, you can practice. One round is enough. And see whether your elbows are already touching. It means you are very flexible. If it is not touching, then constant practice over a period of time will let you touch. Wonderful. The head has to lift up a little bit. Yeah. Very good.
So I didn't quite follow. Can you show me once more, please?
Yeah. So after you come into this position, you take the hands behind you, interlace the hands, and try and keep the hands, the elbows on the ground if you can. And then you lift the head up, and then you release the Padmasana, then turn to one side and come up. And when you are ready, we will come down to a forward bending practice. So we'll practice both the practices that we did is a backward bending. So you need to counter it with a forward bending. And Swamiji says, out of these two, only one needs to be practiced in one lesson. So if you're practicing Matsyasana, no need to practice Supta Vajrasana. If you're practicing Supta Vajrasana, you need not practice Matsyasana in the same session. So depending on how you set up your practice, you can do it. We'll do Paschimottanasana. So you'll keep your hands on your knees. Legs are straight, spine erect. Breathing in, raise both the hands up. Get closer to the ears. Hold your breath. Breathing out, come forward. Catch your toes. And then bend forward wherever you can reach. Hold your breath or breathe normally. Then breathing in, come back, raise your hands up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, slowly bring the hands back. Two more rounds. Second round, when you are doing it, as you are raising the hands, pay attention to your shoulder muscles. You are contracting them. As you are bending forward, you are contracting the rectus abdominis in the front. Be aware of that. The back muscles are stretching. Be aware of that. As you are coming up, you are relaxing the rectus abdominis and the back muscles. As you are bringing your hand back to rest, you are relaxing your shoulder muscles. Relax and release slowly. Last round. As you breathe in, you're contracting the shoulder muscles. As you breathe out and come forward, you're contracting the abdominal muscle. You're stretching the back muscle. As you're breathing in and coming up, you're relaxing the abdomen and the back muscle. As you bring your hand down, you're relaxing your shoulder muscle. Now relax. Now we're going to practice a japa. We'll take it in stages. So first is Ujjayi. So we'll just get Ujjayi in place first. Then we will introduce Kechari into it. After we have practiced Ujjayi with Kechari, then we will introduce Japa. Then we will introduce synchronization of the movement. So Ujjayi is when you breathe in and breathe out, you make this hissing sound. So if you try to contract your epiglottis, then you can get this sound, a small hissing sound, which possibly you can hear, will come along with the breath. So try it out first. As you breathe in, be aware you are breathing in. Pay attention to the hissing sound. As you're breathing out, be aware that you're breathing out. Pay full attention to the hissing sound. If the mind wanders, bring the mind back. Now stop the practice, take a couple of breaths and rest. Now you're going to introduce Kechari into it. You will roll your tongue backwards. The tip of the tongue will go as much behind as you can, almost going into the hollow at the back. And then with the tongue rolled like that and held in that position, you will do Ujjayi, breathing in, making the hissing sound, breathing out, making the hissing sound. Whenever you feel holding the tongue back is tired, complete your breathing out, release your tongue, wait for 2-3 breaths, fold your tongue back, and start again. And you can keep your hands in Padma Mudra if you want. So get ready, roll the tongue behind, and start Ujjayi. As usual, when you're breathing in, be aware you're breathing in. Make sure your Kechari is in place and be aware of your sound. Same when you're breathing out. And release the pose and relax. Now you're going to try and introduce Soham. So when your kechari is in place, that is, tongue is folded up, you're breathing in Ujjayi, so your hissing sound is there, and as you're breathing in, mentally you will chant mantra So. So if you're going to take, like for example, if you're starting the breathing in, so till you finish breathing in, till you breathe out, both are mentally chanted. So start. And release your pose, release your kechari. If you want to stretch your legs, stretch out. Now you're going to give some direction to the breathing. So you will visualize that you're starting your breath from your navel. So you will start the mantra So and continue to chant So till you will visualize that the breath is coming up inside your spinal cord from your Manipura chakra, and you are continuously chanting So till it come to Vishuddhi at the back. And then you will hold, then you will start breathing out. It again, the breath will descend down from the throat to your navel. So either you can use the front side of the body, it will be navel to throat, throat to navel, or you can use Manipura chakra to Vishuddhi chakra at your back. The navel is called the Manipura chakra's kshetram, and this throat pit is called the Vishuddhi chakra's kshetra. I'll come to that in a while when we are going into the Swadhisthana chakra, which is the chakra meditation in this particular lesson. So get ready, bring your attention to your Manipura chakra or your navel. Keep kechari in place. Start Ujjayi, start chanting the mantra So. See the breath rising up, reaching Vishuddhi chakra or the throat pit. And when you're breathing out, it is descending back from there to the starting point. Continue this up and down movement. Watch your mind. Make sure that your attention is on the breath movement, on the sound of Ujjayi, Soham, and the fact that you're breathing in and out. If the mind has wandered, bring the mind back. Start. Now release your Kechari, stop your breathing, relax, take a couple of breath rest. Now we're going to become conscious, become aware of what is called the second chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. It said that originally Kundalini was resting at this position before it descended further down to rest into the Mooladhara chakra. The location of Swadhisthana chakra is at the spinal terminus, the coccyx bone. And Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, and Vishuddhi and Akna. These 5 chakras have got what is called a trigger point or a kshetram. So, for Swadhisthana chakra, if you draw a straight line from the spinal terminus to the front side, just above the genitals is where the kshetram is. So now you're going to become conscious and aware of the Swadhisthana location of the 6 petals in it. It is said that there is a crescent moon at the center. So visualize the spinal terminus, visualize the 6 petal lotus, orange or vermilion in color. In the center there is a crescent moon, and if you can pump your anus up, Mula Bandha, Ashwini Mudra, pick your anus up. As the anus is pressing up, feel some kind of a pumping motion at that last vertebrae, which is actually giving a jerk to your Swadhisthana chakra. Feel that awareness of Swadhisthana from that Ashwini Mudra, contracting the anus, pumping it up, which gives a slight push. Where you feel that push at the spinal terminus, that is where your Swadhisthana chakra is. Then release. Now you're going to become aware of the Swadhisthana kshetram. So right at the front side of your body, just above your genitals, in a straight line from the coccyx bone, is where the Swadhisthana kshetram is. Become aware of this point. If your mind is diverting you, bring the mind back only to focus its attention on the kshetram. Now you're trying to connect these two. So what you're going to do is, you're going to breathe in, mentally chanting the mantra so, visualizing that the breath is entering from the kshetram and going up to the Swadhisthana chakra at the back. As you breathe out, you're going to mentally chant the mantra and the breath will move from the chakra to the kshetram, and then it will go out. So you're breathing in and out, in from the kshetram, reaching the chakra, out from the chakra, piercing the kshetram, going out into the atmosphere. Start. Give up this awareness, release your position, relax, and then lie in Shavasana. Relax the body as you lie down in Shavasana. Become conscious of the various parts of the body that are touching the ground. Bring your attention to your heels. Pay full attention to the heels. Mentally command the heels to relax completely. Then mentally command both the foot to relax completely. And when you pay full attention, choose any one of those 2 feet and see if you can feel the pulse at the feet. Then relax your ankle and ankle joint. Mentally command them to completely relax in all respects. Then bring your attention to both the calf muscles, command both of them to relax. As you relax, you will find more and more of your calf muscles come closer to the ground or touch the ground. Can you feel the pulse at the calf muscle in any one leg? Choose one leg and stay with it. Then pay attention to back of your knees. Relax it. As you mentally command your knees to relax, do you feel the knee, back of the knees coming closer to the floor? Then pay attention to both your thigh muscles. Command both of them to relax. See if you can sense your pulse in your either thigh. Then pay attention to both your hip joints in the hip and relax them. Then pay attention to both your glute muscles. Mentally command both of them to relax. As you command them to relax, see if you can experience any reduction in the pressure between them and the ground. Finally, relax the back completely. All the spinal vertebrae, relax them completely. Relax both the shoulders, both the hands from the arm, shoulder joint up to the fingers. Relax your neck. Relax the back of your head, forehead, top of the head, forehead, facial muscles, front side of the neck, chest region, abdomen, pelvis. The whole body is in a deep state of relaxation. Sink further into it as I chant the Shanti mantras. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatikvam Avamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinmanudibhi Siddhasadanam Om Hamsa Hamsaya Vedmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prachodayat. Om Namo Iranyapagave Iranyavarnaya Iranyarupaya Iranyapadaye Ambikapadaye Umapadaye Pashupadaye Namo Namaha. Hridagam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdhvaredham Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vai Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Slowly give up the awareness of relaxation and become conscious and aware of your body, the posture in which you are lying, the room in which you are lying. Pay attention to your breathing and then fold your fingers, open them, bend your arms at the elbow and then put them back. Bend your legs and stretch them back. Take your hands over your head, stretch the whole body. When you're completely ready, please turn to one side and sit up in a meditative position for the closure. Get ready to chant mantra Om 3 times. Once again, make your sankalpa. I'm chanting Om, creating protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. Take a deep breath in for Om mantra. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Trayambakam Vijamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Vandanam Mrityor Mukshi Yamamatat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Rub your hands nicely when they're warm. Keep them on your eyes. Feel the warmth flowing in from the palm into the eyes. Gently open the eyes. Be observant of colors you see when you open the eyes. And slowly release your hands. Hari Om. That's it. So have a nice weekend. See you all on Monday back. Bye.